All right, guys. I stopped recording. I started recording a little bit late that I realized that we had started here. But I'm going to continue where we are here. I am talking about host coaching and exactly what I do in my parties to help hosts keep the parties and help them be successful. So I'm going to share my screen again. All right, so this document is something that I will share with you guys. Make sure you guys have access to it. This is my packet and exactly what I put in it, and I still mail an actual physical packet to all of my hosts. This sheet here you can find on this link. And then I mail a host special, a guest special, and one catalog. And it costs about $2.50 to mail a catalog. But to me, if it helps them keep their date, then it is worth those couple dollars. Um, Hold on just 1 second. Hey guys, I did not want my son to continue to text me. They need to be picked up. All right. So this is the packet. Then this is so if I start my parties on Sunday, so this is Tuesday before the party starts. Okay. I send this message and I send it in Facebook Messenger. Now, for those of you, Mandy, have you tried the messaging from Post My Party yet?
No, I have not.
The scheduled.
Yeah,
So I know
no.
that Post My Party just started a feature where you can schedule your messages to hosts. And so
Mhm.
you can actually do that through Post and Party. Now, I have not tried it yet, but we just got messages that this was a new feature that they were starting that a lot of people are talking about. So,
I
but
saw that. I'm
yeah,
excited to look
like I
at
say,
it.
I'm excited about it. I just haven't tried it yet, so I was curious if you had. But this message here, you can literally just copy this, and this is a video of me. Now, I'm not going to show you this whole video, but I'll show you just a little part of it so you can see what it looks like. But this is what I send to them. This is a way that I can send them the expectation of the party. They can see me. It's like I'm talking to them. I've almost had just as good success with it as I have like a personal phone call because I have them watch this video and then I have them message me after they have seen this video. So it's 7 minutes.
Hey there. So I wanted to record a short video for what I would like for you to do for hosting this party. So I'm going to have you first off go in and hit the invite button. I have your party all set up. So you're going to hit the invite button and I want you to invite, don't be alarmed by this, but I want you to invite around 150 to 200 people or as many people as you can. Our goal is to get 30 to 40 members in there. So members are the ones that actually click the join button and they want to be in there and they see the invite and all the things. So sometimes it takes over inviting to get that number of people in there. Okay. So that's the very first goal because the more people in there, the more orders, it all kind of goes together. Okay. So step number one, try to get as many people into the party. Okay.
So I sent in this video. Now, if you're wondering everything that's on this video, obviously you can watch it. But right here is all of it typed out. So this is the script. 5 to 7 minutes, it's a script. And obviously I've done this a bajillion times, so I can very easily say it. But there are 5 points that I want them to understand when they are hosting a party with me. Okay. When I'm going to be adding them, how many people I want them to invite, and how many members their goal is. Okay. Also, I want them to understand how important it is that they are present in their party. Okay. Someone told me a long time ago, you would never go to someone's house and host a party for them, and the host sits in the other room and doesn't participate with the guests. So same thing when it comes to a virtual party. You do not want your host not to be engaged and talking in the party. So I ask my host to go in every single day and make sure that they are commenting on the post and how important it is that they are present and commenting. Okay. Now, I also tell them about the 40% item from anyone that they book. They can get a 40% off item off their party. And their goal is to have 3 bookings. Okay. When they do have the 3 bookings and they schedule them, they can get $50 in free once those parties are held and submitted. On the biggest thing that I tell them, the most important thing that they're going to do on the second to the last day, I tell them I'm going to send them a message that they are going to forward on to everyone that is a member in their party. They go into the members and they copy and paste a message to every member that's in there. Also, their job is to try to get 5 outside orders. So they can text the link to 25 people in their phone, and how important it is for them to get these messages and reach out. So, and then the very last thing I talk about is the business. Okay. Did they see the kit credit coupon in the packet? Okay. Basically that talks about, the kits and the $25 and the credit that they can get towards their kit. Okay. So I talk about that as the very last bullet point. Okay. So that video I send on Tuesday or Wednesday before their party starts. Okay. Then I add the host. I let them know that they are in there and that they need to start adding their people. Okay. So if they still don't have 30 to 40 members, okay, here's another tip. Okay. I'll go in here and I send this message. So I want to make sure that they are, this is a message that they post on their personal page. Okay. So if they've invited people and they just aren't joining, this is a message they can put on their regular Facebook page. Okay. That has the link. You link their group page, obviously, to this. Okay. So Friday, they still don't have a whole lot of people. They're sending out this message. Okay. They're posting it on their personal site. So Saturday, still don't have, here's another message, okay, that I have them send out. All right. I also, on Sunday, I will have them be sure that they make their wish list. Okay, because I have found that if the host makes the wish list and decides what they want with their party, they want to have more sales because they have goals. They know what they want. Okay, so Sunday, as the party's getting ready to start, I will send them this message about the wish list. Okay, so Monday comes, I am welcoming people into the party, welcoming them, tagging them. I just joined a party that Amanda Melton was doing just because she invited me to it. So I said, sure, I'll come watch it. But that's something she did a really good job. At the beginning, she was tagging people, welcoming them in there. So she had a lot of people coming in and participating. So from the very beginning, that's very, very important. Okay. Now, once we get to Wednesday with the day 3 of the party, I start counting down. Obviously you can use whatever graphic you want. Christy, I know, makes a lot of graphics with the countdowns 3, 2, and 1 that she a lot of times will share at the beginning of the month. So this is just an example that I've kept in there. There's obviously a lot better ones than this. Okay. But changing the cover photo and letting people know that there's 3 days left. So I always post the link, let people know there's 3 days left, and I will change the cover photo to let people know that there's 3 days left. Okay. And that's one of the first things I'll do. Now, here are some booking tips that I use with the host. Okay. So the first one is I message the host a reminder, because remember, all of this was in that video. And guys, I will tell you, I can't even tell you the last time I didn't have a host watch that video. So they will watch it, they will respond, and they will write back and say, hey, I watched the video and I understand. Because I won't invite them to their party until they tell me that they watched that video. Because I know how important it is for the success of their party for them to understand the things that I'm telling them to do. So if they're not going to even watch the video and take the 5 to 7 minutes to figure out how to have a successful party, then I'm wasting my time and my week to do a party with them. So I won't add them until they say that they watched this host coaching video and they know my expectations for their party. Okay, so in this first one here, I talk about the 40% off item, the 3 people hosting a party goal, and then $50 in free products. So these are words that I like them to send out to 10 people. Okay, so this is a 10-person message, okay, that they can send out. Now here's another tip. As you book the parties, okay, I post these. I thank people. Let's help our host get $50 in free products. Thank you to so-and-so. We have 1 party to go, 2 parties to go. You did it. Okay. So these are the graphics that I use as people book parties. So people in the party know that the host still has goals for bookings. Okay. I do several of these bonus extra posts. So when they message me the answers, they are more likely to, then I can have open communication, because you hear about so many people going to Facebook jail, people not seeing the messages, but the more they're messaging you, then that opens the opportunity for you to talk to them, be able to talk to them about booking a party, placing an order, all that. So if you communicated them with lots of your guests during the party, it's way easier to get those bookings and to talk about placing an order if they haven't yet, if you have had that communication with them. Okay, so a lot of these kind of posts I will do in order to get communication going with the people. Okay, so here's when there's 2 days left, change the cover photo again, post another message. There's only 2 days left of the party. Let's help so-and-so reach their goal. Here's the link to place your order. So I do that 3-day, 2-day, and then the day before. Okay. But this is the most important thing that my host will do, is this message right here. So I send this to the second to the last day. Okay. So for me, that's on Thursday, because my parties end on Friday. So on Thursday, I send this message and I say, okay, here's what I shared in the video, super important. Can you send this message out to all the members in your party individually, please? If you do, you will start seeing the orders come in. Go into the members, click on each one, and go to their personal profile and click message. Copy and paste the following message to each of them. Taking the time to do this will really help people remember to order, because people are so busy. Also send some text to people that aren't in your party, the link to order. Remember, your goal is to get 5 outside orders from people that are not in your party and 10 orders from the ones in your Facebook party. Thank you so much for being an amazing host. You have done a great job. Okay, so I send that to them first. Then in the message right under that one, I send this. Tomorrow's the last day for my Pampered Chef party. If you'd like to place an order, you can click on this link. Thank you so much for being a part of my party. So I copy this and I do it in a second message. So then the link, the host copies that and sends it individually to every single person in their party. And I can tell immediately when they do, because orders start coming in. Because just having that link sent to people individually, more orders come in than if they are just watching in a party. Okay, so here is another idea. What's on your wish list? And I say, okay, what's on your wish list? If you could have any item or set from our catalog, what would it be? 25 tickets from your answer below. So this opens an opportunity for this. So when they comment, I will send them this message. I see that you have blank on your wish list. It's an amazing product and truly a game changer in the kitchen. I use mine all the time. Why don't we host an online party next month with your friends? You'd be able to get it for either for free or 50% off. In addition to the free, you'll earn too. Super easy. And Jamie gets a booking credit too. What do you think? Okay. So everyone that comments on what's your wish list is getting this message from me. Okay. Now, after all of those things, if I still am struggling to get orders, okay, here is what I'll do. I'll send this message to people that have ordered. I'll send this message to people that have not ordered. Okay, so these two things I will send out depending on if they have ordered or not. Last day to order, I'll change that cover photo, make sure that everyone knows it's the last day, tag people, thank people for their orders as they're ordering. You know, every time an order comes in, I'm thanking people, tagging them, telling them thank you for their orders. Okay, so this is a post that you can do also. Do you love Pampered Chef? Pick the number of your favorite vegetable below and may just win a prize. Then message the word vegetable to the link below to claim your prize. Okay, so then again, here's another message me post, and they're message me the word vegetable. Okay, and that is a booking post. So here is double tagging. Okay, I don't know if you guys have heard about double tagging, but in all the welcome posts that you guys are doing as you guys are welcoming people to the party, as they are placing their orders, okay? So it says here, hi, and it tags everyone again that's in the above post. So remember this post up here, the one where you're tagging, looks like this, you're tagging the people. Basically, I copy this, I just go in and I copy all these people's names and I go into the comment on that post where I tagged them and I will paste it there so then I can see whose name I need to tag. And then I'll type them out and I'll tag every single person. And then I'll say, thank you so much for joining. The party ends today. If you'd like to place an order, you can place your order at, and then the link goes there. Okay, so this is called double tagging. And double tagging, when it comes to notifications, they get way more notifications when you double tag. Okay, so anyone that is tagged in the joining post, tag them in the comments and let them have the link and know how to place an order. Okay, so that is something, if you can see this, Amy Conowall is a national executive, and this is a tip that she gave and that she does in every single one of her parties. Okay, so like I said, this whole document is full of tips that I've gotten from other people, and when I see them, I stick them in my own, here's what I need to do in my party. Okay, so this is stuff that I have collected, all right? Now, this is the Everybody Wins post, how I do it, explaining everything, and this is how I get the majority of my bookings. So it's all written out here on how to do it. I'm not going to read this whole thing to you, but all of it is right here and how to make it happen. Okay. And here is a tip of maybe just making a generic closing video, thanking the host, thanking the guests for being in the party. And then you can talk to them about booking a party, becoming a consultant, and all those kinds of things. Okay. And then at the end here, I leave a couple tips on parties that are still not qualified. Here's a couple tips to do. Okay, a message that you can send out with a 25 and under challenge. And then a party hero challenge. Okay, so these are just some extra tips if you guys get to the end of the party and still need some posts and some ideas on how to get some sales. Okay, so all of this is in this document, written out day by day, how to do it, what to do. And so you guys have access to all of this. Okay, so if there's anything that you need or you need to see it written out, the nice thing about this document here is this weekly agenda for consultants on what to do each day of the week is written out as a checklist. And basically it follows that document exactly. So if you are the kind of person that loves a checklist of what I should be doing each day, here it's all written out. Okay, what I do each day in the party written out just like this document is. Okay, because it's much easier for me. I print this out every week. So I know when I sit down to work, what I need to do that day. I don't have to sit down and go, oh, what was it again that I needed to do? No, it's right there. Exactly what I need to do in my parties. Okay. And this is an example of a consultant. I have one as a leader that looks a little different, but this is one as a consultant that you can copy. Now, if this is not the day that you do stuff in your parties, don't make it that day. Okay. If you have found a system that works for you and it's different days than when I do it, just adapt it. Okay. Just change the checklist for what day you guys do stuff. Okay. You have to make the checklist your own. Otherwise you won't use it. Okay. You have to make it your own, but it helps me stay on top of stuff and it just helps keep me organized. So when I do, I was just going to share this with you guys. So when I do my gift to my winners, this is what I send them. So I send a Season's Best recipe book and I send a this little thank you note on it. And then I send a little scraper with it. And I put this and I just say, you are the winner of the drawing. Thank you for all you did to help make it successful. And this little card goes on top of the Season's Best recipe book, along with the little scraper that I send. And this is what I send as gifts. So I print these off, cut them out, and then I stick them on top of the outside of my Season's Best recipe book. Also, I put a little flexible cutting board in there. So a little flexible cutting board with a recipe book, paper clipped with this right here. And it's flat. So it mails for just a couple of dollars, just like a catalog. So I buy, because you can get those little mini cutting boards for cheap. And so this is a way that I can do that. So that is what I do for my gifts. Also, I was going to show you guys this page here. This is my host information page. So besides my daily agenda, I have this on my desk too. This helps me keep track of a party. As soon as I book a party, so someone books a party, I write it down on here. Their name, their address, their email, their phone number. Because as soon as they book a party, I tell them, thank you so much for booking this party. I'm going to go ahead and get stuff set up on my end. Can you go ahead and send me your address, your email, your phone number so I can get a packet in the mail to you? So then I can check off, did I send them a packet? What date are we starting and who did they book from? It's all in one place together. And I make these pages and then I can stay on top of all of the bookings that I get and they're all together. So this is a sheet that I use. I think that is all that I pulled over here to show you guys. All right, I know that was a lot of information. Do you guys have any questions for me on anything?
So you only mail packets to your hostess, you don't email them?
I only mail them. Yeah.
See, it costs like $5 when I mail it each time.
So I always ask them. So for one catalog, and where do you live?
Ashe County, North Carolina.
Okay. And I don't know if it's a different estate too, but I just tell them mail because but also the difference is if you tell them there's a catalog in there, there's a special rate that for that kind of material.
Okay.
So my post office knows that when I say that there's, a catalog in there, that they give me a cheaper rate to mail it. So it's only like $2.25 for me to mail a packet with those couple pieces of paper.
Okay.
How
And I
many do you mail at a time?
What'd you say?
How many do you mail at a time? Is that
Or
medium?
however many parties, like I try to do my mailings a couple weeks out because like I said, I want them to have it and for it to be a reminder and sitting on their countertop. So like whatever party, like that list that I showed you guys of all my parties, I will have that pulled up and I'll go, okay, I have parties starting, like I'll go 2 weeks out this week. So any of the parties that I have going that week, that's who I mail out. So it could be, however many I have going that week, and that's what I put in the mail. So, and I usually send a message right then and say, I'm looking forward to your party. I just want to let you know I put your packet in the mail for you, so be looking for it. It's just that communication and that reminder. So, and like I said, I know that it costs, a few dollars, but my cancellation rate is very, very, very low. So, and I think a lot of it is because I, mail the packet a couple weeks out, remind them about their packet, and make sure that they have that information. So, any other questions about anything I shared?
And you're gonna put everything online for us to have? in
Yes,
front-
I will. I want to see, because I used to have, I had a Google Doc that had all this information in it in one place in a document, but some of it, like went out of date. So I need to go through and I need to just put some of the links of like the most necessary stuff. So it's kind of all in one place. So you guys, so you're not going here to find this and here to find this and here to find. So I'll probably create a new Google Doc. And when you pull up that Google Doc, it'll have, this virtual party schedule where it lists everything. And then I can also put like my post booking page and, some of that information that I showed you guys here. So it's all in one document. So when you pull that document up, you have a list of all the things right there. So.
And I'm not real clear on everybody wins. Is that kind of a step-by-step thing that you have as
So
well?
everybody wins. I can pull up that part and go over it. So basically what you are looking for, it's kind of a way to announce winners at the end of the party. But what I typically did, how I did it is, let me share. Let's pull this back over here.
Reconciliation, you're going to see us be able to invest in our defense industry in ways that we need to. When we look at 20% of the threats that are coming, now is the time for us to modernize and look at energy. I mean, I really want to know.
Pull back over here. Okay, so what I do is I take a piece of paper and I pull up who placed an order. So, and I write down everyone's name of who placed an order in the party. And then, or I go through the posts and I will find who are my most active people. So the ones that commented on all the stuff. And I will go through and I will write down everyone's name of that commented on the posts and who were the most active people in the party. And so you can do that by looking on the side of your party. You can go in there and it will tell you who are your most active people in your party, who participated. So when you go into your group, you can do with that on the left-hand side. It will tell you the percentage of people and who they were that, and I know that typically the post for me, I will pick one of my posts that I know had the most engagement. And you can put in there on the left side, like you can put in there who that post. And I look for the names of the people on that post in particular, because I know most of the time the ones that have the most engagement is that post, and I'll write everyone's name down. So I'll come up, if you can see here, these are all so I tag the host and I say, thank you so much for having the party. Okay. And then I say the first winner is, and this is typically someone that placed an order and had a lot of participation. So I go through and I find my top order, because if I counted every single ticket, the person that would have the most tickets is the person that placed the highest order, right? But if they placed in high order and they didn't participate in the party, I'm not picking them, because because it's important for me that they also participated. So if I click on my highest order and I go through and I type their name in and they didn't comment but maybe one time on a post, I'm like, next. Then I'll go to my next highest order and I'll say, okay, who ordered the next amount? And then I'll type their name in the search bar and I'll see how much participation did they have. If I see, yep, they commented on all these posts, okay, they're going to be my winner. So this name here, Kim Dyer, that was my winner. That's who's going to be receiving that season's best or that product giveaway. Okay. So that's my winner that I'm going to physically mail a prize to. Okay. Now, so because I want to make sure that, you know, because I told them that they were going to be getting a prize, I want to make sure that I am honest and still mail them, you know, mail my winner a prize. So then I say, be looking for something in the mail to me. Okay, so that person. Also, I have some more winners. Thank you so much to the following people that won a drawing for all of their participation. And then I will tag every single person that placed an order, had participation. They all get tagged. So that's what all of this is. Please be looking for a message in your inbox from me here. Okay, so this is just my personal page. So if you hover over, so after I make this post, all of these they'll become dark colored because I tagged them. Okay, so if I go back to that post and I hover over their name, all I have to do is then click message because it'll pull up where you can message them right from this post. So I go over each person's name and then click message, and then it'll send me to their message. And here's what I message every single person. Now I include a fun GIF with this. Okay. So hi, Haley, and congrats on being a winner in Sabrina's Pampered Chef Party. I also wanted to thank you for your order. Now be sure that they placed an order if you're going to say that. Okay. I usually give an e-cookbook as a prize, but I would love to upgrade your prize to a brownie pan or something equivalent. So you pick what you're comfortable giving. Okay. That's your choice. Okay. That I just put brownie pan. You can pick whatever you are comfortable giving them. Okay. If you would host your own fast and fun online party, what do you think about surprising Sabrina and being one of her bookings for a big bonus? She only needs one more. We can do a party just like she did online, and it doesn't take much work to host it all. What do you think? Okay. So that goes to the message because here I tagged them and I told them, be looking for a message from me. Okay. And so then this is the message that I send them. Okay. And I get a lot of people that respond and say, yes, that they will. So, and it, you know, most of them will see my message. A handful may not, but typically from a party, I will book a couple from a party by doing this. This is the way that I get most of my bookings from. Now, I don't give them that prize until they host their own party. And then I will add it to their host order at the end of their party once it qualifies. Okay. So their party has to qualify. They have to actually have it. Okay. Before I'm going to add whatever that gift is. And I unlock their cart once they've placed their order and I add it to that. So I'm not paying additional shipping for this to send to them. Does that make sense? I don't send, I mean, I use their order, their cart to send it to them. No.
Yes.
So that's an example of what, does that make sense? Or do you have questions about it?
Yes.
Okay. So it's all of this wording is right here. Okay. So, and it tells you exactly how to do it. So, but yes, that's what the Everybody Wins post is. And typically, now a lot of people do it different ways. A lot of people will, I mean, throughout the whole entire party, they pick people that they send, you are the winner today for, I don't know, for this game. You are the winner, you know, for this, for doing this today. I honestly do not have enough time to track all of that because it's a lot of tracking. So I wait to the end and I go off of people that ordered participation and I tag all of those people. Now, I mean, could I have more success if I'm spending every single day, you know, tagging people for different games and different things, you know, maybe, but this has worked for me to just do it at the end. And so I keep rolling with it. So
So I have another question. When you send them something in Messenger and they're not engaging back, as a matter of fact, it's like they don't see it or they don't pay attention to it. How do you get their attention? Is it because you send that winner text out
yes, it is.
for that message?
Are you talking about people in your party or the host? Are you talking about people in the party?
People in the party. And
So
sometimes
typically if I tag them in that post and I say be looking for a post from me from this, then most of the time I can see right away when they've seen that post in the party. Now I'll wait a couple days, and if I can see that they saw that post and they didn't respond, I will go back in there and say, and hey, Sarah, I was just curious if you saw my last post. Super excited, to give you your gift or whatever. And so just checking up and making sure that they saw it, they knew you sent it, that kind of stuff. So, and like that's where I say it's good to tag, to send a lot of messages per party. Because if I, have, 4 parties going that week and I do this in every party, then I may get, 3 or 4 bookings, between the parties combined. And yeah, it's a lot more messages that I'm sending than I'm getting bookings, but I'm still maintaining my bookings, replacing them from the parties that I just had. So
Hey, Melody, one thing that I do is if they don't respond to the messenger because, usually you're not friends on Facebook, if they ordered, I go in and get their phone number and text them.
text them. Yep. Yeah. 100%. If I have their phone number, well, something I do too, anyways, is as soon as they place their order, because that comes through your email, anytime anyone sends me I get an order through my email, I immediately send them a thank you text immediately. So anyone, and that can be a personal order on my website or an order in the party, because when I send that personal text, and you can do it right from your phone, right from that email, you just hold down, text, send it right away, thanking them. And so as soon as I thank them, then if they didn't respond and they are one of those winners, yes, I already sent them a message, so I don't feel bad about going in at that point, and saying, hey, just curious if you saw I know a lot of people don't see the messages I send on Facebook, so I was just curious if you saw that message I sent you, something like that. So yeah, texting is definitely a better way if you do have their phone number, for sure. You're right, Lisa. Anything else? No? You guys good? All right. A lot of good questions. So those of you that have team members, that maybe need to see some of this as soon as I post the recording, you can feel free to share it with people too. So,
Will
but
you
I
put the
will work.
Evernote in there also?
What'd you say?
Would you put that Evernote in there also?
I sure will. Yeah. Yeah. I will put all of the stuff that I went over tonight. I'm going to link it into a Google Doc. So it's all in one place together.
Oh, nice.
So that's what I used to have. Like I said, just a few of the links and things that we used to have as far as stuff on the website. A lot of the websites changed. So I stopped using some of that Google Doc just because some of it has, I won't say expired, but it's just not the same now. So, but the stuff that I went over today is, still all relevant and the same. So I will just create a new Google Doc and just add all of the links in here. So it's all in one place. So you guys aren't looking everywhere for that. So
Nice.
sound good? All right, guys. Well, I appreciate you guys, and I want to do a couple of drawings. So, Julie, give me a number between 1 and 7.
4.
That. Anna? I get that right? Lisa. You there, Lisa?
Yes, ma'am.
You are my first winner.
Oh, thank you.
You are welcome. Okay, give me one, Michelle. Between 1 and 7.
7.
7. That would be Miss Christie.
Yay.
Christy, I'm going to send you some headache medicine. All right. Well, thank you guys again.
Hey, Melody, can I ask a question?
Sure.
Has anybody, I am having the hardest time with that new Minson roll. Is anybody having any success using that?
I haven't tried it yet.
I had a customer message me today that she wants to return it because she can't get it to work. And I have like a quartz countertop. It will not roll on my countertop, and I just can't get it to work.
I had a little bit of trouble getting it as well, and I haven't used it since then, if I'm being 100% honest.
Okay.
I did try it one time, and I had a little bit of trouble getting it to it looks so easy in the video.
I know.
But I had a little bit of trouble when I did it as well. I have quartz. Is that, I mean, do you think that's why it is, Lisa? Because I have quartz as well.
Yeah, I don't know if it's because it's so slick or what, but I've even tried it, just holding it in my hand and twisting it. I just can't get it to do.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I would just let her know, yeah, that she can get her money back or pick something
Yeah.
else, or
Yeah.
she doesn't like it. So
Okay. I was just curious if anybody else had an issue with it.
yeah, I would say out of all the products that I got, I would say that was the one that didn't quite go as well as I was hoping.
Yeah. Oh, but that garlic crisp stuff is the bomb.
Yes.
I love that stuff.
Yeah, it's super good.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
You are welcome. Thank you guys for being on here. It was good to see all of you guys.
Thank you.
You, bye-bye.
Bye, guys.